I think all of us have an uncomfortable relationship. I have an uncomfortable relationship with my teeth. There's been this problem. You probably look into the mirror and take good care of those like little distance, and they're fair. I've had 4 extracted, but you wouldn't necessarily know at first glance. And sort of I grew up in the 1980s, and I think you have this sense when you're young that humanity's pretty much figured out everything to a certain stage. You can see that people aren't flying around in space, and you can see that they haven't cured aging, but you somehow assume that this has all been worked out. But actually, it's just the dawn of tooth care. It's like this will be just. I'm in China now, and I've seen the teeth of people in villages, and they are. You totally accept it for what it is because of the. But go to the 25th century, and it's, I don't know, it might be liked for its quirkiness, but I'm worried because I'm worried because I've had a lot of anxiety dreams about losing teeth for years and years, and I wondered what they were about, and then I realised that they were, it was in fact the genuine danger that I've had with my teeth, and yet I've had these dreams for maybe 15 or 20 years, and then I met this guy, this teacher, when I was teaching in my old school, and he had he had some kind of condition, disease or syndrome or whatever it was, that made him lose all his natural teeth, and they put false ones in, and no, that was all his front teeth, but he still had natural teeth, but he was losing them at an increased rate. And when he was telling me the story, I somehow telepathically, empathically felt something very unsettling. It was almost like I could feel his mouth. I could feel what was happening to him, and I realised that I was just a slower version of him. And he was like, I didn't like the guy, jerk, but I really empathised with him about that. And I think he had a beard. I heard that Johnny Rotten had his teeth replaced. Was it the other guy in the Sex Pistols? I get the two confused. He said it had been, he'd got lots of infections, and it was poisoning him having rotten teeth. So I think we have to get away from that idea. I think we have to redesign the bathroom. So that the sink doesn't get in the way of the mirror. You really have to stand right at the mirror comfortably and look in, and you know, I just invented this technique for brushing, which I'm sure it's not novel, but I mean, I didn't know about it. I started doing this, I just started going, and as soon as I started doing that, there's a lot of bleeding. And I equate bleeding to at least mean that you are effectively brushing, because where there's bleeding there's probably plaque not far away. Of course you should floss. I hate flossing and I hardly ever do it, but you know, I think the consciousness of tooth care is one that's been, I mean, what I mean is knocking on my door for a long time.